Oh, he just went low. He's in his head. He's in his head. He's open. His head wide open. Cracked open in the face.
God, I'm still not used to it loading up that fast. Welcome everybody, it's back. Mario Man 2100 went back again with Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix. So in the last episode we explored more of Travis Town and seen a little bit of what's going on. And if we head outside, we'll actually head into plot. So was that everything that I have? Possibly. Okay, so I don't have any other equipment. Items, I've got potions, I've got postcard, mithril shards, I've got high potions, mega potion, which I found, slap shot, so I'm going to put that on. So that's something we got while leveling up. So yeah, so the start menu in the games is is pretty much, this is like the classic design. And all the games have this. We can't customize anything on that yet, so yeah. Configuration, we got manual, auto lock on, auto target lock, vibration is on. You can see our difficulty, but you cannot change it, and you can cancel all your settings to default if need be. But yeah, if we head outside, we're going to see plot. So let's talk to Sid. So how much money have we got? 491 money. We don't really want to spend it on anything else yet. I think there's a lot of other stuff like ability start and that sort of thing that we can use it on for AP, which later in the game will definitely help. So we go outside and plot will happen.
They'll come at you out of nowhere.
Who are you?
And they'll keep on coming at you, as long as you continue to wield the Keyblade. But why? Why would it choose a kid like you?
Hey, what's that supposed to be?
Yeah, that's kind of insulting.
Never mind. Now, let's see that Keyblade.
What? There's no way you're getting this.
Alright, then have it your way.
Now, this is Leon... Squall Leonhardt from Final Fantasy VIII. One of our first cameos. We can actually win this fight, so yeah. So if we do actually win this fight, we actually do get an item. But yeah. It's more canonical that we lose this fight, but we do get an item if we do win this fight.
Hey, you found it. Nice going, Leon.
And our second one, Yuffie, from
Still,
Final Fantasy VII.
it looks like things are worse than we thought. A lot worse.
Ow, that's that hurtful. So yeah, so of course the Square Enix side, or Squaresoft back in the day, side of the franchise is showing. And this is a new Final Mix cutscene. We actually didn't see this in the original game, and we actually pick up where Riku is. So that's one thing I appreciate with Final Mix, is that they added exclusive cutscenes, so it actually gives a little bit more story context on where certain plot points are. Like, oh, where did Riku go? And Riku didn't go with us. no dialogue, like no voice acting in this cutscene. We see that Riku is in a completely different world than when Sora showed up in Travis Town. And, ooh. Yeah, but Final Mix definitely keeps layering on cutscenes that are exclusive to that version. And it hasn't been until the 1.5 and 2.5 remixes that we actually got the Final Mix versions in the West.
Did the king
Unless
say
you
it?
imported it, of course, from a Japanese PlayStation and stuff. Another cameo, Aerith from Final Fantasy VII.
Come on, lazy bum. Wake up.
Kairi.
You okay?
I guess.
Those creatures that attacked you are after the Keyblade. But it's your heart they really want. Because you wield the Keyblade.
I'm so glad that you're okay, Kairi.
Kairi? Who are you talking about? I'm the great ninja Yuffie.
And this cutscene also makes sense when you lose the battle, because when you win,
I
you
think
just
you might have
pass out.
overdone it, Squall.
That's Leon.
The
Traditional name.
Keyblade.
Yeah, we had to get it away from you to shake off those creatures.
I don't
It
know
turns
why
out
she
that's
has
how they were tracking you.
that hand motion when
It was the
saying
only way to
stuff-
conceal your
stuff,
heart from them.
But
But it
I
won't
had
work
never
for
known.
long.
It just doesn't.
Still, hard to believe
Weird,
that you,
it's just
of all
weird.
people, are the chosen one. Well, I suppose beggars can't be choosers.
Ouch.
Why don't you start making sense? What's going on here?
Okay, you know there are many other worlds out there besides your castle in this town, right?
But they're supposed to be a secret.
They've been secret because they've never been connected. Until now. When the Heartless
Kinda
came,
convenient.
everything changed.
The Heartless?
The ones who attacked you, you remember?
So now we
Those
canonically
without
get
hearts.
the confirmation
darkness in
that
people's
those
hearts.
dark creatures
That's
that
what
we've been
attracts them.
fighting are actually
And there
called
is
Heartless.
darkness within every
I know
heart.
I kind of said dark creatures
Hey,
and
have you heard of someone named Ansem?
said Heartless a couple of times in the last
I
couple
don't
of
see 'em.
episodes,
He was
but
studying the
we
Heartless.
didn't actually canonically knew
He
it in this
recorded
game,
all of
even
his
though we played Kingdom
findings
Hearts
in
2
a very
before.
detailed report.
And then we get
Where's it? Can we see it?
more.
Its pages are scattered everywhere.
If you're hearing that tapping, that's Donald.
Oh,
Being
then maybe the
impatient.
king went to find them.
Yes, those were my thoughts exactly.
Oh, that lip flap is
We've got to
aged-
find him. Quick.
hasn't aged great.
That's right. The Keyblade.
That's like I think that's one of the only fourth wall
this is
breaks in this game,
Exactly.
and I love it for
The
that
Heartless
because
have
it's
great
just like
fear of the Keyblade.
they made a size joke
That's why
because
they
of
keep coming after
Goofy
you,
being so
no
tall
matter what.
compared to Donald.
Well, I didn't ask for this.
The Keyblade
But yeah,
chooses its master.
they
and
talk
it
about
chose
Ansem.
You.
So, tough luck.
How did all this happen? I remember being in my room. Wait a minute. What happened to my home? My island? Riku! Kairi!
You know what? I really don't know.
See, Leon's a bit harder, like a bit of a hard ass in this game at this moment, but he does soften up a little bit. But I was gonna say, because I don't really want to interrupt the cutscenes too much with what I'm saying, because some of the dialogue is actually really good and essential for the plot, because it's an RPG, to be fair. Yeah, so we get the tutorial now that the Keyblade can open up a lot of treasure chests and locks. Not yet. So we have to. So we get a little bit in-game tutorial to how to unlock treasure chests with the Keyblade. So ones with treasure locks can be unlocked with the Keyblade. Think of this as an adventure. And this image alone has made so much fan fiction. It's crazy how much. Because Yuffie's on a bed. Yeah, that's awesome. So I forget what the clock does by striking that. But yeah, we can get to 12 o'clock, which is midday. And then we get a little sneaky little thing. And if we open up this treasure chest, we get a mithril, which is another synthesis item. But yeah, we get a little bit more clarity on Ansem a little bit in this opening cutscene here. But we don't get too much out of it. I'll save later. It's not very far into the game so far, so this part anyway.
Yuffie, go!
There's a nice little, like, back in the day, a nice little transition from in-game cutscene to like kind of like a CG cutscene. Like, I just noticed like the pointing, like she points in the in-game cutscene and then it shifts over to her pointing in the CGI cutscene, which is great. Yeah, so don't bother with the small fry, but we need that for experience. So let's actually get some. We have a new Heartless here. We've seen this in the cutscene a little bit earlier when the guy unfortunately lost his heart, which we won't canonically know about. Although it's a little bit later that people can die. Protect chain. So from these Heartless, like I said, you can get like synthesis items and all that type of stuff. You can also get accessories in the blue boxes. And one of the things we got there was another protect chain, so we'll put that on for more defense, because that'll help at this point in the game. But yeah, Leon says don't bother with a small fry, but especially when you're playing high difficulties, it's better to get as much experience as possible. And a lot of it is bothering with the small fry when you can. Now, of course, you can always go back to a save point to restore some health if need be.
Come on!
But yeah, these are new Heartless. These are called Soldiers. They're not like the little other black creatures that we've seen so far, which are called Shadows in this game. They're the basic form of Heartless. Soldiers are pretty common as well. They're like the second. They're like a little bit better because they can really attack and really lay on the damage compared to Shadows. But overall, they're not really like amazing. Okay, so if should be able to get this chest without any other late game. And then we get a pretty stone, which I think is also another synthesis item in this game. So I will say the lock-on reticle when it comes to following Heartless sometimes is a good thing, but sometimes is a bad thing at the same time, because it's just like there's so many things that can go wrong with this. Oh, it must have gotten stuck on the wall. Okay, can I jump up to this again? Okay, no. Now, from memory, if I chuck this at the box, it's gonna destroy the box. Yes, it is. So unfortunately I can't get that other synthesis, that other treasure chest behind the boxes there until I get a later ability. But yeah, I was gonna say shadows, but soldiers actually give you 3 points of experience at this point in the game, which actually is really useful for leveling up, because shadows only produce 1. And they really only need like 1 solid combo to get KO'd. Whereas soldiers do take a lot more battering to do a lot of damage, to get their health down. Because we won't get it till later. We won't get scanned until later. And that's another thing I will say about this game is that based on your journey and what you choose at the start of the game will also affect what level you will get abilities. So I've got Slapshot now. I probably would have got it later if I went with the staff at the start of the game, and I think I might get it a little bit earlier with the sword. And all sorts of abilities get affected by how you start off the game. So things like Leaf Bracer for healing, so when you're using healing items, you don't get interrupted. Things like defensive abilities and attack abilities, all sorts of stuff do get affected by how you, what path you take at the start of the game. Which I think is kind of, I'm not sure if other RPGs, like even like Final Fantasy does that. So I think doing it for this game, I think actually worked out really well. Because it actually gives you options on how to replay the game. So we're actually supposed to go to the third district to advance the plot. But we can go to the first district. Oh, so Leon's here. I actually have never actually seen that before. I think it might actually be like the first time in a long time, other than like my first playthrough, where I've actually seen Leon in this area. But yeah, if we talk to him, the first district is secure. So the second and third district are not. So they're all ridden with Heartless. And then we got Aerith. Oh, thank you for that Mega Potion. We have a Goofy walk cycle. And I'm not saying that because Goofy's part of this game, but I was gonna say I was gonna go get rid of my synthesis items, but I can't yet. And then we have a lot of the NPCs are gone missing, and then we have Yuffie over here. And this is basically where it tells you, okay, you need to go to the third district. So yeah, so we got more postcards, so we'll pack those away. And we get, as we see, we got a mithril shard. Yeah, we got a mithril shard, and we got a Mega Potion. So like I said, the getting more postcards means getting better items. So yes, let's go ahead to the third district. Gonna take a few Heartless on the way, but we're not really gonna go too much into them, like go all over the place just to get experience. Because we'll be naturally getting that throughout the game anyway, and if I need to, I can always try and off-screen. Unless I need to go to a new world, which won't be a situation that I'll be doing a lot of grinding. So yeah, so we can block those, but we don't actually get tech points out of it, unfortunately. I thought maybe you might be lucky. Yeah, just be careful when grabbing onto ledges, because you can actually spawn other Heartless, and trust me, that sucks Oh, and then we have blue and yellow, blue and gold boxes, which are items. So they will be the ones that you mostly will see if you see a box fall out of a Heartless. Most common is that it's going to be like a usable item, like a health item or a MP gauge item. So things like potions or ethers. But I think it's, yeah, so it goes, I know with some Heartless they give you weapons, like new weapons, which we will see later in the game, because we'll be seeing way more Heartless throughout the game. Early game you only see shadows and soldiers in this world so far, so it's not really like, you don't really see too much more than that, which I don't think is a bad thing. I can see a bug on my TV screen. I don't think my camera is picking it up, but there is a bug that I can see on the screen. Okay, now I can't see it anymore. It's like the smallest bug, and I just seen it moving. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that the Heartless moving like that? But no, it's actually a bug on my TV screen. So yeah, so we go to the third district. We got no music. So if we head forward, yeah, we can't head into the room, so it automatically goes into this cutscene. And this is actually a little area that Donald and Goofy are at. We can actually go up there later on. Oh, there's the bug again. And they fall on us. God damn it, guys. Why did you have to say that out loud? So now we get caged in with no escape. And Donald and Goofy team up with us because we have the Keyblade and that's who they're after, so yeah. So they're gonna fight with us. God damn, Donald is taking out a lot of Heartless right now. That's probably like one of the quickest that I've seen that go through, really. Okay, and we go into one of our first major bosses other than Darkseid. This is the guard armor, and this is the boss fight for Travis Town. The design is actually different in Final Mix in this game than it is originally in the original game, because the original guard armor actually is purple. But what this boss has is that this has opposable limbs. So it's a little bit like that Rayman syndrome, where it has no arms and no legs, it just has like hands and feet. This guy can hurt a lot. Thank you very much, guys. But yeah, once it does a spin attack, move back. But yeah, hitting the opposable limbs actually will give you a lot of health. And we'll kind of make this boss fight a little bit easier, although don't take out a lot of the limbs. Because once it gets down to just the head and body, it's gonna suck. Oh, okay, I thought it was going to collapse on me. God damn. That does a lot of damage, and especially level 1, that can almost kill you. Because level 1 for this game in particular, I think a lot of boss fights until later in the game are 2-hit combos. So you get hit twice. Oh jeez, that walked straight over. But yeah, they get hit twice, and that's it. You get KO'd. Yeah, you don't really you get a little bit of a wind-up animation for it, but you don't really get a sound until like the thud. And careful, because this is going to go for a spin. And unfortunately, since we don't have like a block move, we can't actually hit it. And now we got Berserk, and yeah, guard armor absolutely explodes. in that cutscene, and then just falls apart. So like it's like, why? But yeah, it releases a heart, which is very important later on in the game. So, we get more context on that later in the game, and we get Brave Warrior, which is an accessory that we can equip.
So, you were looking for me?
They too have been seeking the wielder of the Keyblade.
Hey, why don't you come with us? We can go to other worlds on our vessel.
I wonder if I could find Riku and Kairi.
Of course.
Are you sure?
Who knows? But we need them to come with us to help us find the king.
Hey, I'm over here and I can hear you. Fuck
Sora,
you.
go with them. Especially if you want to find your friends.
And Leon gives us a pep
I
talk.
guess.
But you can't come along looking like that. Understand?
Oh,
No frowning, no sad face, okay?
yeah, you gotta look funny, like us. Yeah, whoa.
Yes, but ones on happy faces.
Happy?
Now I will say like the lip syncing for this game in particular, I mean they remade it from the ground up because they lost the original files for Kingdom Hearts, a lot of them. The original PS2 game. So I don't know if they
Okay,
fixed
why not? I'll go with you guys.
Don't talk.
the lip syncing in this
Goofy.
game because they had to
I'm
reanimate it. But
One
I
for
will
all.
say when it comes to the English voice acting for this game, back in 2002, this was really good. This was really well done because a lot of it.
Little squirt took down that Heartless. Who'd have thought it? Such is the power of the
So yeah, so I will say with this cutscene, it's a lot darker in the original game. I'm not sure if this is final mix or just the HD versions, but they added a little bit of light to see where you
And
are,
the black flames on the king's lackeys.
and you can see the shadows.
They're all built tracks by the look of them.
And knowing the voices of each of the characters, you'll know each one.
Shut up!
Enough! The Keyblade has chosen him. Will it be he who conquers the darkness? Or will the darkness swallow him? Either way, he could be quite useful.
And we see Maleficent, the Queen of Evil, or Mistress of Evil, I should say. We got 500 money. Yeah, guys, when I was grinding against the Heartless, I got that naturally.